We're now at the Eagle County Court in Eagle, Colorado, where an officer's called into a courtroom to assist with an investigation. A crime seems to have been committed. Who committed the crime is still in question.
Hello.
So, these two gentlemen were standing here. This gentleman was standing right here. I heard something hit the ground. He put his foot on it. And I stepped back, he kept looking at me. And he pulled his foot off, and there you go.
Okay, this one or this one? All right.
Would you be able to take some pictures of this before it's picked up or anything? Just so we can have it for the court case.
Sure.
The item of interest is this small packet filled with a suspicious white powder, which turns out to be cocaine.
Why don't we step outside so everyone can get back to what they're doing, okay?
So, I'm gonna ask you a question, okay?
So let's step out of the courtroom. I'll Mirandize you. Let's have a conversation about what happened, okay?
Okay, sounds
Alrighty,
good.
let's do that.
The guy next to me, I heard something drop. The
Yeah.
guy next to me saying, is that drug? So I look down and I go like this, you know? I go back, I like, and I see the little bag there. This guy said, oh, excuse me, something fell off of this gentleman's pocket. I said, did you literally see something fall out of my pocket? You know, this is a serious crime.
So why do all the independent witnesses in there tell me that it came out of your pocket?
Well, it's like I tell you, if somebody saw something, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
If it wasn't your drugs, tell me whose drugs you think it was.
Probably the next guy standing next to me.
Okay, which guy is that? The guy in the red?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, there's cameras right there. Let's look at the camera because I have nothing.
And did that come from you today? Out of your pockets?
The man in red doesn't speak English and is using an interpreter.
So this is what we're going to do. We're trying to look at the video footage right now.
So they do just that. Did you see that? Look again closely. The evidence seems to be clear.
In the courtroom, there's video. And it recorded it coming out of your hand or your hat as you had your hands behind your back. You are under arrest. Turn around, place your hands behind your back.
Juan Bibriesca has narcotics possession and a bond violation added to the drug charges he was already facing in court.
I'm getting arrested again?
You are. You can't have cocaine. It's illegal. And it's really bad when you drop it in the courtroom in front of the judge.
Now to the Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court in Cleveland, Ohio. This man, David Chiselton, has been convicted of aggravated arson and felony assault. He's here today to receive his sentence. Investigators claim Chiselton beat his girlfriend with a pistol, then held her hostage before setting an apartment complex on fire. Fortunately, no one else was injured in the fire. Chiselton is handcuffed in the front. This is unusual. Typically, convicts are handcuffed with their hands behind their backs for security purposes. The reason you can't hear the audio is because the body cam of the bailiff hasn't yet fully engaged. But we can tell you that the judge is sentencing him to 47 years at this very moment. And he is not happy about that. The man he just attacked was his own attorney, Aaron Brockler.
Hey, yeah, you calm? Yeah. You know you messed up, right? You understand that, right? Okay? Listen, when I uncuff you, put your hand behind your back. Do you understand? Okay?
They're now cuffing him behind his back.
Relax your hand. Relax your hand.
3 deputies escort Chiselton out of the courtroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
And down to the holding cell.
SRT!
He assaulted his own attorney just right after he got sentenced to 45 years. So right now, assaulted
He's charged with 1 count of felonious assault and now faces the possibility of an even longer sentence. We head down to Daytona Beach, Florida, where a call comes in to the Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
Communications, Warhurst.
Yeah, I want to report a crime that's about to happen.
What do you mean a crime that's about to happen?
Yeah, there's about to be a crime that's going to happen if my kids don't come back to me, you stupid because your stupid judges don't want to bring people to courtrooms. I got a gun pointed at your building.
Sir, what is going on?
Who the you calling, sir, you stupid? Where's your judge warrant at? You gonna bring that out in handcuffs and I'm gonna execute that son of a right in the street. I'm letting you know I'm gonna shoot this. You gonna give me my kids.
Where are you at, sir?
I just told you I'm outside of her building waiting for her to get there in the morning. I'm gonna pop a cap in that. You stupid.
Detectives identify the anonymous caller and track him down. Alan McCarty is arrested and charged with making death threats against a judge, whom he mistakenly believes took his children away in a child custody case. Now, a year later, in front of a different judge, his trial begins.
All right, back on the record, Mr. McCarty, President. He's under oath from the start of the trial.
No, I'm not. I'm not under oath.
All right, raise your right hand. I'm going to swear you in.
I'm not under oath.
Raise your right hand, please.
That's your bad finger. I didn't appreciate that.
So you're going to threaten me like you did the other day?
Do you solemnly swear or
Threaten you to participate here?
No, you threatened my life the other day. I am not under oath. This is being done unconstitutionally. Y'all took my kids unrightfully. You won't allow my witnesses here. You won't allow my paperwork. Y'all took all my court paperwork.
We haven't started the trial yet.
It doesn't matter. You still deny it. You want to take my kids from me and act like that? You ain't that. You ain't the took my kids.
Holly, make sure you take down what I say. He was sworn in.
No, I was not sworn in.
Yes,
I've never been sworn in this court. Bring the camera back. He's making this up.
So, that being said, number one, I need to know whether or not you want to be here during the trial process.
No.
All right, do you want to testify though?
No, I don't. This is all being done unconstitutionally, unrightfully.
Do you want to be in the room or not?
Do you want to my
I prefer not to, sir.
Well, you got a mouth for it.
No, do you want to be here or not?
Oh, who the to sit here while you take their kids? This is a conflict of interest. Every right y'all I supposedly have you violated. Can I get some more, please? I got a lot more cussing to do. I need to wet my mouth.
Do you want to be here when the jury's here?
What the do you think?
I don't know. I need you to answer.
McCarty decides he'll stay for witness testimony,
Oh, because my other answers wasn't good enough.
but is ordered out after continuing with his outbursts. McCarty's eventually found guilty. He returns the following month for sentencing.
Everyone ready to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, State of Florida versus Alan McCarty Jr., who is present here today on 2 reasons. One is to sentence on a jury verdict that had been accepted, but we're also here on an order to show cause, which I would like to address first. First of all, if I haven't formally already, but you're before the court, Mr. McCarty, to show cause why I should not hold you in contempt for behavior that you demonstrated during the jury trial. You threatened the unborn child of the prosecutor.
What a bunch of lies, you stupid piece of
Then also
You threatened my life.
in the
You
back room.
No, I'm not standing up. Resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm just not standing up. I'm not standing. I don't have to stand.
McCarty's removed again. This time he's placed in a back room with a one-way mirror.
Count 1, I'm going to adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 15 years in Florida State Prison. As to count 2, and adjudicate him guilty, sentence him to 5 years in state prison to run consecutive to count 1. So a total of 20 years.
McCarty's currently serving his sentence in a Florida state prison. We go now to the Kent County Courthouse in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the sentencing of Ellis Nelson Ortiz Nieves for the murder of his girlfriend's 4-year-old son, Giovanni Mejas.
You had put cigarettes out on this poor little child. There was evidence of that from the pictures. The bruises, some of the bruises were in the shape of a belt buckle.
Man, I ain't gonna let you, I ain't gonna let you sit here and say no crazy about me, man. No, man, because he's saying you don't even know, man.
Sir?
During the trial, the prosecution claimed the death was non-accidental and most likely the result of abuse.
The degree and the location and the number of injuries was remarkable. In my opinion, this injury is inflicted with blunt force from an adult individual.
The defense countered the injuries could have been caused by the boy's older brother, even bringing the boy's mother, Sonia Hernandez, to the stand to describe how her older son would bully the younger one.
Sock him, push him. He was just mean to him.
Did you ever witness Nelson physically discipline kids?
Never.
But the jury didn't buy it.
Belt buckle.
Man, I ain't gonna let you, I ain't gonna let you sit here and say no crazy about me, man. No, man, because he's saying he don't even know, man.
Sir, the testimony showed that you put this child and other child in a shower with ice cold water. Anybody says anything back there? This is a 4-year-old child that was victimized. There is no question in my mind, sir, that you did this. You are the lowest form of human life that I've been able to observe or see. You are a monster, and quite frankly, you are evil.
He's sentenced to life in prison without parole, still maintaining his innocence. Then 6 months later, a bombshell.
My first charge is perjury. I lied under oath for a man who I thought loved and cared for me.
After an investigation, Sonia Hernandez is charged with second-degree child abuse and lying on the stand for Ortiz Nieves.
Failure to protect my children and blaming a sibling on a sibling. Your Honor, signing my rights off was the hardest and most difficult decision I had to make. And I have to live with the fact that I failed my children. Your Honor, what you decide to give me is nothing compared to what I have been through. I wanted to apologize to my family.
She's sentenced to 57 months to 10 years behind bars.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch full episodes on aetv.com.